Howdy, howdy, y'all. It's Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee. And today I am back with another Shake It, Scrap It, Create It layout. This week's prompts were 1, as in the number 1. Paper piecing and die cut is what we pulled from the jar. I'm also combining this with the Get in Shape, hosted by Shannon Blinn, and the shape for this week is hexagons. So, I've already did a little bit of prep work, because it was slightly time consuming, but I went through to see what I could find, and I pulled out some what I'm going to use as my title piece and some little die cut shapes from these books. I've had these for a while and I actually really enjoy them, but I never remember that I have them. That they have all kinds of just things that you can pull out. And I have this one also. This one's a tag stack. I don't remember which books I pulled from because they're all kind of the same with various things. And this is the other tag stack. But I ordered these online at, I think, Joann's. After seeing Janet Madison use them. I saw that, and I loved them. But I've had them for probably a year now. But I am also using these hexagons. These are my Temu dies. And I'm not going to pull them all out. But there's some shaped ones. There's some stitched ones in there. These are, like I said, these are just Temu dies. This is how I store them in my little thing up there, my basket. And then I am, like I said, I'm also combining this with Baby Got Scraps because I did use scrap paper. I actually used this small paper pad. This Winter Wonder Simple Stories again. I've actually really enjoyed it, even though I'm not doing a winter layout. I am using winter paper, so that's kind of fun too, and a challenge within itself. I did pull these scraps. I do not know who made these or anything like that. These are really old. When I used to do 6x6 paper trades, so I have had these for, I know, over 10 or more years. So I pulled those out and used some of those scraps to map my pictures and my title and stuff. I do have this swap piece. This was the basis for everything. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's really sparkly. I don't know who made it. They didn't sign it, but it is so detailed and I love it. I love carousels. I used to collect them. I absolutely love them. This is one of the little things I pulled out of those books. I have this little scrap piece of paper. I have these I pulled out of the books. These are my die. This is going to count as my die cuts. This one's going to count as my paper piecing, even though I didn't piece it together. It was pieced. And then for one, I have one journal box. I have this as my title. It's a cut apart. It could technically be one cut apart. And then I have my pictures, which are us on a carousel at Ober-Gatlinburg. Since I pulled out those pictures the other day, I thought, why not? Let's just finish off the trip and finish scrapbooking all those pictures. I did go ahead and I arranged my hexagons. I just went through, I took the paper out of the small paper pads and I die cut different hexagons. And I laid them all out, and I knew if I tried to take them off and recreate it with you guys, it would not go back the way that I had it and that I wanted it, that I liked it. I thought it looked good, and I knew if I moved it, it would be the end of it. So I did go ahead and I glued them down. And some of them I popped up on foam tape. I don't know if you can tell that on the camera or not, but some of them are popped up. So, like I said, I have all these pieces I'm going to add, so I figure we could just finish it off together. I am going to add a little bit of these sprays on there. Just splatter some of it on. Just to give it a little something extra. I don't use these Distress Oxide sprays very much, so I want to get a little bit of use out of them. And the color palette is perfect. So I wanted to use some of it. If I looked hard enough, I bet I could pull one of these blue-green colors out of something, surely. But I thought, let's just keep it simple. It has a pretty clean look, and I like it. I was going to do like a really big mixed media background on it, but then I thought, you know what? I really like how it looks clean and simple, so let's just go with that. So, I'm going to let it dry for just a second. I'm going to add some white, even though the background's white. If I can get it open. This one's always hard. I'm just going to splatter some on because it'll still show up on the pattern paper and stuff. So, I'm just going to add a little bit just because I can. And I actually thought about adding a little bit of shimmer pen, just to give it a little bit of a sparkly, magical effect, since it is a carousel. Okay, let me get my paper towel, which I did not do. And I'll get my shimmer pen. Okay, I'm just going to fold my paper towel in half, and I'm going to lay it down to absorb some of this. I'm just pressing flat down so that it doesn't smear it. A few spots left. Okay, I think that's good. I don't want it really dark taken away from it, and I can see the camera right now, and you can't even really tell it, but I can tell it in person. Okay, so I have my shimmer brush. I'm just going to splash it on a little bit. Like I said, just to give it a little bit of razzle-dazzle. I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit. You can usually press it out onto something like a glass block, an extra piece of scrap paper, whatever. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's so pretty. You get a lot bigger splatters if you shake it like this versus tapping it. It gives you smaller splatters, so I like to have both. Okay. I think that is good. Let's see. A little bit over there. Just kind of even it out. Okay. It's about time to buy another one of these because I have about run that one dry. Okay. So I'm just going to give that a second to dry. I'm just going to get my pictures over here, and I'm going to go ahead and put tape on the back. I'm going to do it out of the frame of the camera because actually I'll just glue these on and put them down. That way I can just glue on to where it's wet. see here. Okay. Don't want to touch it too much because the shimmer is still really wet. Alright, I'm just going to put my pictures down here like this. And I totally could have made this into a one page, but I decided against it and just decided that I was going to do a 2-page so that I could use the carousel and the hexagons and still be able to see everything, and it wouldn't be all spaced out and stuff. I think I'll do it like this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my carousel. I think I am going to pop it up with foam tape. Sorry if this is out of frame. Just trying to give it a little minute to dry. Y'all know me, impatient. Okay, so I'm going to just put my carousel down here on bottom. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. I wish I had some kind of gold shimmer to put on there. Like, it would just make it really pop with the gold on the carousel. Okay, so then I have this title. I think I'll pop it up too on foam, just to give it a little lift and some dimension. Okay. I think I'll put that here. Maybe I should move it up a little bit. I do have one of these little arrows I want to put over here just to be able to use up my die cuts. I am going to put a little piece of foam on that too. Everything's going to be popped up. Okay. So I decided to pick the title, Enjoy the Little Things, for this layout, because it is about the little things and spending time with your family and, you know, all the things you think of when you hear, you know, enjoy the little things. But the real story, y'all know I got a story. The real story behind this picture is that I'm just going to glue this onto this so that it has a little bit of the stripes so that it helps tie the stripes I used on that and here, tie it on into the layout. But anyways, my story. The real story behind it is that we were on vacation and we went to Ober-Gatlinburg so that Brooke could go skiing, I mean not skiing, ice skating for her birthday, which if you saw my last layout, you know she went ice skating. I say we, but we did not. Brooke is the only one that went ice skating. We went up there for her to go ice skating. Well, if anyone's ever been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, to Ober-Gatlinburg, they have like skiing and ice skating and ice bumper cars, which you're going to see a layout on that soon because we did that also. And then they have this carousel, and then of course they have a snack bar and, you know, all that. Just all of it in one thing. In one area thing, and you pay different prices. So then you go in, and we go in, and they like have a list of all the stuff, and we had never been. So, you know, we knew we wanted to ice skate. We could see the ice bumpers from where we first came in. So we're over there, we go in, And we're like, okay, yeah. And we're like, oh, well, apparently they have a carousel too. And, you know, my kids are teenagers, so they don't care about a carousel. But I'm like, let's do the carousel. We can all ride it as a family. And, you know, of course, they're like, oh, please, Mom. And I'm like, come on, come on. You know, it's reasonable, you know, money-wise. I think it was like $3 or $4 a person, which now I feel like is a ripoff. But so we bought tickets and all that, and then we finally go into the main thing where everything is. And I'm like, okay, let's just go ahead and go ride the carousel and get it done, you know. So we go over there, we get to the carousel, and this is a little kid's carousel. Like, my feet didn't even come up off the ground. Like, kid carousel. Um, but I'm like, okay, well, we already bought tickets. We're doing it. You know, we're doing it. So we did. We rode the carousel. I took pictures. We were all laughing and having a good time because we thought it was so funny because we're all tall. Well, except for Brooke. Brooke's probably the only feet who didn't touch the ground because she's like 5'3.5". If you don't include the half, she gets upset. But, you know, I'm 5'11", my husband's 5'10", my son is like 6'2". So, but yeah, so it's a funny story, and I think I will maybe write where we was and the date down here, but I think I'll journal about the little tiny carousel that that could. Because, you know, I was like, that's crazy. They market it as it's like a whole family event, you know, everybody can do it. But in reality, it's for little kids. I mean, we have carousels around here locally. We actually have a hand-carved one in Chattanooga that you can ride. And it is beautiful. It's antique. It's huge, you know, with the giant carousel music and everything, the organ and all that in it. And so that's what was in my mind of what we were going to be riding. But we get there, and it's this little bitty tiny carousel, but we did it because we'd already paid for it, so why not, right? Okay, so I think the only other thing that I want to add is some sequins, just because, and I did find these Easter ones that actually came from, I don't know, the Dollar Tree last year at Easter time. And so I thought, why not? Let's use some of these because they are the exact colors. And then I have my gold sequins in here, so I thought I could bring that gold in and spread it a little more since I don't have any kind of gold shimmer or anything like that. So let me get my little pokey tool. And we can definitely use the blue ones and the pink ones and all that out of here. And then we'll use some gold ones and maybe white out of here. Let's see. Normally I use tacky glue, but let's try going with this glue and see what happens, if it'll actually hold. We'll just put a few to begin with. Normally I dump these out into some kind of container. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to dump some on the table. All of my little container holders over here are full because I need to clean them out. Okay, these might work and they might not. Let me get these open. I do like having these little gold ones. I keep showing y'all these, but I'm telling you, I am amazed by I'm amazed by them. They came from the Dollar Tree. If you haven't watched my other videos, I'm going to tell you about it. I went to the Dollar General. No, Dollar Tree. It was Dollar Tree. And you get, no, it was Dollar General. I don't remember. It's Dollar Tree or Dollar General. But I got a pack. It has 3 different sizes in it. And some of them are glittered, y'all. Like, do you see that glitter on there? Like, both sides of them are glittered. Versus just having the little ridges. And I had never saw sequins like that. So, I have just been enthralled by them. I've been trying to stick them on everything. So, yeah. So, check that out. Because it's definitely worth it. Okay, I'm just going to put a few up through here. Sprinkle it around. Nope, not that one, not that one. No, I said not that one. It stuck to me. The glue is working, just not where it's supposed to. Okay, let's see here. I want the glittered ones on here, so that it looks like the paper that was used on the carousel. Let's put some here. Why not? I'll put it down a little bit more. Okay. Let's see here. I probably should use different sizes. Okay. That one don't want to stick. We'll just toss it. Let's put a bigger one on there so that we have different sizes. Come on. Glue gets on my little pickup tool and then it starts getting sticky for everything. Okay, let's do a pink. Let's do some over here maybe. We'll scatter a few here and there just because. So, I also want to say, make sure you stay at the end of the video and check out everyone else who has submitted their art. I think there's a couple layouts and maybe a card or a layout. I don't remember what all that got submitted for this week's challenge. So, yay! I love the fact that you guys are playing along with my challenges. I have had fun. Like, I thought, wow, whenever I pulled this last week, I was thinking, why did I mean, because I pulled die cut from, I think, the embellishments jar, and I pulled paper piecing from the technique jar, which they're two different things, technically, but they're not. So it does make it a little bit harder. But I was like, okay, whenever one of my friends asked me, I was like, okay, well, that pretty much just means you need to have two different types of die cuts on your project. But I'm not a stickler for the rules by no means, so as long as it sparks your creativity, hey, we just run with it. That's the point of it, to get you thinking outside the box. Let's see, I'm gonna put one up here by itself. Let's put a gold one so it will bring it around. And then I feel like we kind of need to do a few up here. This is probably too many. Y'all are probably yelling, stop, stop, enough already. Because, you know, I am the more is more person. I just can't stop. Once I get started, I want to keep adding and adding and adding. It's a problem, I tell you. Okay, and then let's do a big gold one since we don't have any big gold ones on that page. Not that one. Okay. All right. I think that is going to be it. I'm just kidding. Let's put one down here. I will post the links for the Get in Shape Hop. I will post the links below for the Baby Got Scraps Hop. I will make sure I post the draw of what we draw out. I'll post it in the comments, and when I need it, I will actually need your photos. And like I said, it can be a layout, a card, anything. junk journal, whatever, that it inspires you. I need your pictures no later than February 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which is on a Friday, so that I can get it uploaded into my video and all that stuff. So, I think that is all I have to tell you. I will post close-ups at the end with my journaling and all that stuff done. But now we need to roll for next week's prompts. So we have the embellishment jar. We're going to shake it up really good. I left out the prompts from last week, so after this week I'll put those back in and leave these ones out that we draw today. So, buttons. Yay! I love buttons. Okay, that one's embellishments. So, techniques and tools. Let's see what we get for it. Let's see. Edge distressing. Alright, and then shapes, colors, and numbers. I need to shake them up really good. Okay. Let's see what we get. Oval. So, use edge distressing. I can't talk. Edge distressing, buttons, and an oval. And then I think they are carrying on Get in Shape to next month, if that's my understanding. And I have been told it will be hearts. So if you want to play along with the Get in Shape, you can also include hearts to this list. So edge distressing, buttons, oval. Hang out afterwards to see everyone's projects they created. Thank you guys to all y'all who submitted stuff. You can send it to me on Facebook or by email, but email, it gets a little iffy and lost. But we can try that way. And like I said, February 2nd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time is when I need your photos if you want to be featured on next week's. You can send them for any week. Just be sure I have each week numbered on my videos. This one is week 4. So, and then so this will be week 5 for next week's prompts. Just send me a message with what week it is, and I'll be sure to include that. But I don't mind including them from any week. I'm just glad that you guys are playing along. So, until next time, bye y'all.